Hello there, welcome to my channel. My name is Grim Savior. Did somebody order flowers? I think somebody ordered flowers. Wait a minute. Do you need a flower farm? Well, guess what? You watch this video and I'll show you how to make it. 10 stacks of flowers for every stack of bone meal. Check it out. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Navynexus. This is a modified design that's loosely based on a flower farm that he made back in 2019. I'll be leaving a link to his channel in the description. So when you're ready to collect your flowers, you just flick on these levers. We've got double speed minecart unloaders. They'll go around and collect all the flowers that they can, and then they'll stop here and empty out. Alright, so to build this farm, you're going to need a 17 long by 11 wide area. Of course, that's if you want to build the minecart unloaders. If you don't need or want automatic collection, then your area would be probably about 11 by 11. So in order to build this farm, these are the materials that you're going to need. The grass and the quartz block and the glass blocks, of course, are approximate. You'll also need 2 redstone torches, 2 fence gates, 1 dispenser, 1 dropper, 2 obsidian, 2 hopper mine carts, a sticky piston, 1 trapdoor, 3 observers, 2 comparators, 16 regular rail, 5 levers, about a stack of redstone dust, a stack and a quarter of powered rail, 4 hoppers, 18 pistons, and 8 redstone blocks. So what we're going to do for the sake of the tutorial is I will build one side of the unloader system and you can mirror the other side. They're exactly the same, just opposites. As a matter of fact, they could actually be the same if you really wanted them to, but I think opposites looks nicer. So what first thing you're going to do is build a platform that is 4 wide by 9 long. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Just to make sure we don't have any mistakes, guys. So 4 by 9. And then on the 4th block in, you're going to break these guys out. And then you're going to take 4 redstone blocks and place them in place like so. Then you're going to come in the front and add 3 more solid blocks here, and then we're going to put a temporary block here and add a block there, just like that. Next, we're going to add a little bit of a tail here, and then we'll take our chest, and we want to be 1 block below the platform, like so. Once we have our hoppers on, we're going to want to take a solid block and place it on top here as a temporary block, and then add our fence gate, like so. After that, we're going to want to take solid blocks and place them in this orientation like that, and then we're going to break this guy out. We're going to put a comparator facing in this direction so that it can read this hopper. We could take our redstone dust and place it on top, and then we're going to take our powered rails, put them on like so, and then break this guy. And you can take a piston and an obsidian, place it over top. You don't have to have the obsidian here, but if you don't have it here, then this piston will be chooching back and forth and it'll make a extra noise. Next, you're going to want to put a lever and put it on top of your piston, and then you can put this torch here, and that's your minecart unloader. Next, we can take regular rail and place it here. Then we need to put powered rail along here. You can use or maybe save a few pieces of powered rail sort of here and here. I don't like to have minecarts getting stuck under my machines, so I tend to over exaggerate my powered rails, but then at the same time I don't ever run into any issues. So we're just going around in a loop like so. We're just going right to the end, and then we're going to make another circle and take our powered rails and go along like so, and that is your collection. Of course, don't forget to put your hopper minecart down. When it's not in use, you can just flick this lever and place the minecart, and then it'll stay there. Just like when you go to use it, you can close it while it's out, and when it comes back, it'll come back and stay stuck. So let's just wait for it here so that you guys can see. And there you go. Next, we're going to want to take some regular piston and place them against our fence gate by shift clicking them into place. We're going to do that on both sides. Just like that. There is a one gap here in the middle. And then in the back, we're going to be going, have one air block, and I have a temporary block just level with the surface of the platform. And then we're going to place our pistons on top of that on both sides. Again, there's 4 on each segment of this. Right, so we're going to put a temporary one there and break it out. And then go like this. And that's your pistons that will be pushing the dirt back and forth so that it collects the flowers. Next, you're going to want to place the dirt in here. So we're going to go all the way across like that and leave a one gap. It doesn't matter which side of the machine you leave the one gap on, so long as there is a gap so that the pistons have room to move. I'm going to fill in both of these platforms. I believe they're 4x9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're 10 wide. I'm going to fill these in and I'll be back. Now that we're done that, we're going to place our quartz over top of the dirt here. We can go right across like so. We're going to go one piece past the dirt blocks and we're going to carry it down this way. And we're going to place the quartz over this empty air block here, just like that. And then we're going to close the square. And that's what we've got there. Next, we're going to want to work on our firing circuit. So this is the back of the machine. As a matter of fact, we can break this temporary block. We're also going to break this block. And we're going to place a piston facing this direction. Then we can take our observer, place it this way, facing down. And then take our next observer, place it this way, facing up. And then we're going to take an observer to observe said observer. And then we're going to need a lever, place it on top here. And this is your clock circuit. As you can see there, it's firing down here. Next, we can take our dispenser and put it against the observer. And we're also going to need a block. Actually, let's place temporary blocks like so, so that we can then take a dropper, not a dispenser, dropper, very important, and we're going to place it facing down into the dispenser. And what this is going to do is when you're ready to put your bone meal, you'll be putting in this dropper. The clock will activate the dispenser and at the same time power the dropper so that it can start feeding it bone meal. Once we're done that, we can take some dirt, place a temporary block like that, and then break this guy out. And we're going to take our trap door and place it this way. And then we need one more. There you go. We're going to place it this way. And then our flower will be in here. Whenever you want to change the dye color in your farm, you change the flower in here. And this farm uses single tall flowers, of course. Once our flower is in there, we can close this up here. We're going to be placing 4 solid blocks, pardon me, like so. And we can also have a solid block here. We're going to give it a quick test to make sure that it works. So we just load the dropper here. We can close the trap door and fire it off. And there you go, flowers for days. Next, we're going to want to build something to cover this up. I like to use glass because I like to see what's going on. So we're just going to take glass and cover the top up like this. And we're going to do that on both sides, leaving the center here exposed so that you can walk up here and change your flour and put bone meal in here. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back. Next, we're going to want to connect the pistons. So we're going to place one solid block here. And then we're going to have dust up here, and what's going to happen is when the observer's firing down there, it's going to be firing that dust. So let's take the dust, and we're going to carry it down the pistons here on both sides, just like that. There you go. Go up like this, and then we can go across and back down to the pistons. And then if you did everything right, all the flowers should break. So let's give it a quick test. And it's working. Now, this flower farm was designed to produce 10 stacks of flowers for every stack of bone meal. If you'd like to make a lot more flowers than that and run a lot more bone meal than that at the same time, you're going to need to add additional minecart unloaders. So let's go over those right now. So in order to add additional unloaders, we're going to be breaking these rails here. And we're going to be adding a block there and breaking this block. And then we can take an additional block and place it here. And you're going to take your regular rail and place it there, and your power rail like so. And then you're going to want to place some temporary blocks so that you can place some hoppers. Your hoppers are going to go on like this. Now again, this is the same thing as earlier, right? So temporary block and trapdoor, very important. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get your powered rails over here correctly. And again, we're going to do the pattern up here. You're going to want to take your comparator again and place it here and here. And then next you're going to want to place your powered rail. You go over one like so. And then your piston, your obsidian, and your lever. Once you've done that, you place a redstone torch here and the gate will open and the circuit's ready to go. You just place your minecart on there and it'll be ready for collection. And of course you're going to do the same thing here on this side. Just remember, you only need this if you really want to collect more than 10 stacks of flowers very quickly. If you want to run like 50, 100 stacks, you know, I mean, you're going to run into problems here. This makes 100,000 flowers per hour. It only takes a few seconds to run a stack of bone meal. So, you know, there's no need here for long AFK sessions, okay, guys? All right, so let's run a final test. Again, flour here, bone meal here, and then you just flick the lever, and the flowers will be made, and they'll break, and when there's flowers to unload, the minecarts will stop here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, enjoy. And then again, when you're done farming and everything, you just flick these levers here, and the minecart will stop, unload, and it'll stay there. So this farm was a request from one of the members in our Discord on AdultsCraft. His name is Big Shark Gaming. Big Shark Gaming needed a little help to build a flower farm. So I hope this works for you, bud. And I can't wait to see the video of you building it in your survival world. So my name is Grimsavior, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't be afraid to leave a comment, like, or subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.